Put your stuff like way deep in this hierarchy because you're very obsessive compulsive like me. I'm so OCD that I'm CDO. Okay, so I'm going to replace that. Notice that as soon as I saved that to hello.cpp, that's the name of the file I created. I created hello.cpp. What's the CPP thing?
Is the name?
C++.
Ah, is the name of the language.
Name of the extension. Okay, in Windows and all operating systems, a file has a bunch of letters and possibly characters and possibly numbers. This dot is actually just history from a long time ago. It's called int main. How do I run it? Run hello.cpp.
Ah, okay.
No, that didn't work. Right. That's not how it works. C++ is a compiled language. We need to take this human text
So
and
why not
compile it
zeros?
down to zeros and ones, because everything for the computer is just a bunch of zeros and ones. It's going to be really easy. So all we have to do is we go, oh, okay, so I need to compile that hello.cpp. In the book, chapter 1, you'll read all about this. You've all read the book, right? Oh, compile doesn't work. I got to tell it what kind of compile. G++. Okay. Why is it G++ and not C++?
Is more easier, or
C++ is the language we are using.
and G++ is the tool.
G++ is the tool we are using. G++ is a tool on your computer that knows how to take that hello.cpp and create a program that actually can run on our computer and do something. Okay? It's called G++ because it's the GNU brand C++ compiler. What? What happened? Where did I save my file?
Desktop.
Oh, I'm not on the desktop. I'm currently in my home directory on the computer. I need to change over to the desktop. That's what CD means. Guess what CD means? Change directory.
Change
You're learning all these
directory.
archaic DOS commands or bash shell commands. I need to change into the directory. My prompt actually tells me that I'm now on the desktop. That's a good thing.
So if we're programming in a Mac, it always has to be on the desktop?
Well, no. You can put it wherever the heck you want, but wherever the heck you put it, you need to remember to change into that directory before you compile your program.
So you have to tell it where to go.
Right,
basically.
because I could have a hello.cpp in 25 different folders on my computer. The Mac needs to know which one, Ken. Well, the one that is in the directory I'm in now. I was on my home directory. There was no hello.cpp file there, so it says, Ken, there is none. That's what the error says. There's no such file or directory. But if I change to this directory and I compiled it, but it says nothing. Is that good? Well, actually, it's good.
Because
You haven't
Yeah.
tried anything yet?
No complaints means everything's cool. This is actually how humans work. Okay? When everything's good, nobody says anything, but when something's bad, you all complain. You meaning society. Okay? No news is good news. So, but actually what happened is it created this special file called a.out. And I can show it to you in my desktop. I got lots of stuff on my desktop. Let's sort this by date. And you'll see that this a.out file got created. It was the last thing that got created. If I deleted it, I'll compile again, it gets created again. There it is. It appears.
okay,
Right? How do I run it? I don't go clickety 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 with my mouse. Okay, that's not going to work very well. I need to run it from the command line, and this is the way we do it. I'll give you all the details. But it didn't do anything. Why didn't it do anything?
because the code.
My program doesn't do anything. So it obeyed exactly what I told it to do, which is nothing. No. So let's print something.
We need a loop. Or
No, we just need to print one thing. So I'm gonna go
Ah,
print.
okay.
This means print. It doesn't say print, it says see out.
See out.
Or coot, if you want to say it. And I want to print hello world. Okay?
And point and.
Now I'm going to compile it again. I made a change. I want to try to compile it, make it work. And it barfs. What is it? What is it saying?
One error generated.
Interpret this error.
Ah,
Well, there's a green arrow
Use-
pointing to this thing.
use undeclared in the
Use the undeclared
Identifier.
identifier coot.
code.
And you need to take
See out.
Maybe it's a variable, maybe it's a something. It's basically saying, I don't know what the heck you mean by the coot. Oh, there's some kind of library or something I need to use. Okay? C++ doesn't have support for printing directly in the language. We need to say include
Include.
iOS string.
IOStream for the people that already know about programming. This is just magic Harry Potter incantations. I say, I want to use this special library called IOStream. Not Ustream, IOStream. IO represents,
The operating system.
what's the I and the O?
Input output.
Very good. Actually, the web page for the Atom editor is atom.io, not .com. So it's an input-output stream, which means we can input stuff to the computer by typing, and we can output stuff from the computer, the CPU, by printing. This is the input-output library in C++.
And it's not like that H.
You might have
or-
seen stuff like, yeah, you might have seen stuff like this in your past. std.h or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's C style. When you see that .h, that's C style. You shouldn't do that in your C++ code. It's bad style. Okay. Now it should work, right?
No.
Oh crap! It even got more ugly. It still's got this identified identifier, and oh, it's freaking out. What the heck? Something's still wrong.
Yeah.
You could do this.
What
which
is
what I
that?
usually recommend. But there's this thing called namespaces in C++. And if I do this, it'll work. Please. Oh, damn. It's not complaining about the cout anymore.
No.
Now what's it complaining about?
About the code.
So it's actually kind of nice to you. I told you C++ doesn't take care of you, but it does a little bit. Okay? It's saying error, it's expecting a semicolon after the expression standard cout hello world. And it's actually pointing it to you in green, saying, hey, dude, I think you need a semicolon here. Oh, good. Well, why doesn't it just fix this for me itself? Oh well. I'll put the semicolon, I'll save it. Happy Dance meme, right? It compiles. Now I can run it. We run it with this dot diagonal 8.
Okay.
And it,
Hello world.
hello world, but it's
Can't.
kind of stuck to my prompt.
You have to
You have to output it to the desktop.
to
Kind of, sort of.
Well, I want to also say
Upper
hello
line.
world, but also
Inline.
an end line,
End
where,
line.
It, where it like goes to the next line like a typewriter when you go and it goes back. You guys have never used a typewriter probably. End L. Oh, I gotta
Okay.
say this weird STD end L, which is being a pain in the butt. It's not STD as in sexually transmitted disease, by the way. It means standard.
standard. Okay.
So I'm going to compile this, run it, and now it's happier. Printed the hello world, ended the line, and then I got back on the next line. Okay? Woohoo! Hello world. Now I'm getting tired of typing this STD : every single time I use cout or endl, because I'm going to do a lot of printing. So I'm lazy. I'm going to use, say, hey, you know what? Just use the namespace std. And then whenever I say a variable, it's like this variable is the first name is endl and the last name or apellido is std. And I go like, I always mean STD, just assume I mean STD for all of these things.
Ah, okay.
And then I can be lazy and I don't have to put that in front of everyone. It's called efficient, not lazy. G++, yay, yay, still works.
Or
Okay. We did something called refactoring here, by the way. We changed the program, but it does the same thing by using this using namespace std. All this stuff is in the book. All this stuff is in tutorials. Relax. I need to get you enough to the point that you can just write code. Notice that a lot of the times when I tried to make my program compile, I had errors. This is normal. Okay? You're not going to write a whole bunch of code and then compile it and it's going to work perfectly every time. Okay? Your life of a programmer should be, I do something, it doesn't work, I fix it, something else doesn't work, I fix that, something else doesn't work, I fix that. Okay? Here's the magic hint. Only make a little bit of changes in your program and then compile it, then run it. Make that work according to what you know is supposed to work as a human, and then add something else. You got to do things little by little. If you try to write a big, huge program and then compile it, and then something's wrong, you don't know which of all of these 100 changes you made were wrong. If you make one change and that didn't work, which change was wrong? The one change.
the one
you did.
change.
Okay, you have to do this little change, check. Little change, check.
And do comments.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
we'll talk about comments later.
Okay.
I'm not too worried about comments. Comments are human messages that says, this is what I was doing. Okay, I don't need comments on this because, well, you're printing Hello World. I don't need a comment that says, I'm going to print Hello World now.
Maybe.
Okay, a comment is just a message, and when you say comment,